4. We've got smoke. 3, 2, 1. We've got RIP takeoff. Hey, big ups, everybody. Big ups. We've got RIP takeoff. Today's topic on Mouthpiece included is the NFL's Papa Bear, Halas, and Lamar Hunt Bowls are taking place today. You may not know who those individuals are. We covered it last year, so we're not going to go over it in depth as far as who they are. But this is more about our game day predictions, et cetera, and what have you. We do ask if you guys could be, if you ladies and gentlemen can be so kind, you can take the time to like, share, and subscribe. Mouthpiece included, where we talk politics, will be starting. Most Ricky take and nonsense is taking place. Alrighty, we've got nonsense. So we're gonna override nonsense here. Wow. Kidding me? All right, y'all. We're gonna just looks like we may be going in here without production, which is fine. System settings. I just all right, so we'll figure it out as we go. So welcome to Mouthpiece Included, the podcast where we talk politics, sports, which is sports and politics, and everything in between. This is your co-host, RNA 9 Milz. I'm joined by my co-host, Big Ace, and any Silver Back Guerrilla who still has the gonads to pull up. Today, we're going to unpack the NFL's Papa Bear, Halas, and Lamar Hunt Bowls, which is the conference championship games that will decide who goes off to play in the big Super Bowl. The Papa Bear, Halas, and Lamar Hunt Bowls are named after two legendary figures in the history of the league. George Halas, also known as Papa Bear, was the co-founder, owner, coach, and player of the Bears, one of the charter members and co-founder of the NFL. He led the Bears to 8 NFL championships and was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, or White Heaven, in I believe it was 36, 63, I don't know. Lamar Hunt was the founder of the American Football League, the rival league that merged with the NFL in 1970. He also owned the KC Chiefs and coined the term Super Bowl after watching his children play with a toy called a Super Ball. Now, those are fun. You always lost them. There's no way you can keep up with those things. The Super Bowl. They should make a basketball out of the Super Bowl stuff. All right. He was inducted into the Pro and a baseball. That'd be fun. All right. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 72. This year, the NFC Championship game, or the Papa Bear Halas Bowl, will feature the Niners and the Lions, two teams that have played well. Who will win the battle for the NFC crown? We'll give you our predictions later on in today's show. The AFC Championship game, or the Lamar Hunt Bowl, will feature the Baltimore Ray Ravens, that's Action Jackson, and the Kansas City Chiefs. We know who's at the helm, Sideshow Bob. Who will win the shootout for the AFC title? We'll also give you our predictions out there for this game. You can join the conversation by calling us at 1-424-900-6945. Okay. You can text that number as well. Or you can simply click the link that is pinned in the chat and you can pull up. We'll also discuss some hot topics in the sports world from this week and give you our picks for quarter black of the week and booger of the week by rule FGB. So stand down, stand by, stand back, or pull up. But if you do pull up, always remember, don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. Yeah. Yeah. All right. let's get Jackie Robinson's finest. Management in the building, boots on the ground, U.S. traveler. And while we're doing that, I want to say rest up. We lost a member of the Kappa Alpha Psi Greater Beta family today. Um, Brother Terry Woodson has reached the Golden Shores. So, man, rest up, good Newt.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Condolences
Man, it's
to the
crazy.
family and your chapter. He was a beta newt.
Yeah, man. Made in the 70s, and he just like literally like, man, just so sudden, like out of nowhere. And then happy birthday today to my big brother, one of my big brothers, Miliak. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthright. What's going on? TATN Mouthpiece included.
We don't have
Shout
any of that.
shout out to production.
Yeah,
They work hard.
yeah,
Unfortunately, sometimes uh, you have these technical issues, but
yeah.
we here, we in the building
We in the
uh,
building.
on a bright Sunday morning again. I'm down here in St. Louis, enjoying the weather. Down here for my man Cherry's 55th. Happy birthday, TL. Um, TLC from the home team of East St. Louis.
He's boogaloo. He's
East,
boogaloo.
East Boogie Joogie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm always with those guys. Um, Back in the day, they remind me of my Chi-Town guys. They stick together like glue. So shout out to TL. But what's going on in this land of milk and honey? Um, as you can see, I'm not in my normal surroundings, but say okay. We're testing out new equipment. Unfortunately, we don't have our theme music today. Play my theme music, but everything's all good. Looking forward to some thrilling football here from the different conferences. The AFC for the Lamar Hunt Trophy, and the NFC we get to see the teams battle out for the George Halas
Hey, you can't
Trophy.
hear that?
Nah,
Wow. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
yeah,
George Hallis, you were saying.
yeah, yeah. So you know, we got a melanated battle on one side, and
Yeah.
yeah, you got a PWI battle on the other side. So um, good luck to both teams. I made my predictions, as we'll get to a little bit later. One of my preseason picks is still in it, so I got to ride with them. My NFC pick, they made it to the playoffs, but
Playoffs? Are you
that's
kidding me right now?
that's
Playoffs?
about
You talking
that's about
playoffs?
all I can say. But shout out to the Eagles. They got a whole off season to figure some things out. Fire some people, hire some people, get some more staff, and work on their roster. Um, they had our number one pick that we were supposed to pick up.
Who
The
was that?
guy Jalen Carter, the kid from Georgia.
Generational talent, but
Generous. Yeah.
he's a thug. You don't want that in your culture.
So no, the Bears didn't want him in the Chicago culture,
No.
and we picked up our right tackle and a kid that is going to be a all rookie right in. We'll see what we do in this next draft. Whether we'll pick up a left tackle or we got to make some movement on the offensive line, and that'll happen fairly shortly for the Chicago Bears. George Halas's team that he left to his kids to screw up for years to come.
All right, let's get on it because we got the ramblings of Big Ace this morning. So let's get it on. All right. Today's topic: NFL's Papa Bear Hallis and Lamar Hunt Bowls plus Hot Weekly political topics. Pull up. The link is pinned in the chat out there.
Yeah.
You got any Cubs, Sox, or any general baseball news? I know the Cubs are standing pat.
They
Standing,
picked up a reliever,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they're
We're
making
tweaking that World Series lineup we got. We were close last
yeah. They signed oil can Boyd or whatever that guy
year. Yeah,
was from the World Series team.
yeah,
But
yeah.
major moves, no, they haven't signed Bellinger yet. So I and the White Sox aren't doing anything. I think they're tanking this season. They're trying to get Caleb Williams next
Bro, they
year.
said they looking at some land or something.
Oh,
It's not
oh,
just
that's
me.
major
I'm
news.
not the only person who doesn't like the shithole stadium. Apparently, there.
Apparently,
Yeah,
but but they're also talking about building a new stadium, and a plot of land that surprisingly, I guess it wasn't offered to the Bears. I don't know what's going on with this political landscape that you would look to
listen,
build a
listen,
stadium for the
listen,
damn White Sox as opposed to building one from
listen,
the Chicago Bears in
listen,
the city of
listen. Like
Chicago.
like LA Live, bro.
Yeah,
Listen. Like SoFi,
yeah,
it's 2024. What Chicago has to do:
yeah,
set aside the land, create a whole big community, and they can have the White Sox Stadium and the Bears Stadium in the
yeah,
same little like campus. You
yeah.
know what I mean? And you create shopping and bowling alleys and movie theaters and all types of stuff like that. And you can get your Pookie Patrol out there to make sure Pookie and Ray Ray aren't, overpowering with the nonsense.
Yeah, they don't want to. They don't want to do that in the shithole neighborhoods. They want to purchase land in the areas that's already owned
Mm-hmm.
by someone who's
Mm-hmm.
already rich and is going to rake them over the coals
Mm-hmm.
to purchase the land. And
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to what Chicago used to do back in the day, they used to just go gangster the damn land and build anything they wanted to. And
Well, you buy low and you improve it and you create the value. I mean, the
yeah,
stadium is so far, nobody's undervaluing it, talking about, well, it's in Inglewood. You know what I
yeah.
mean? No, the values, everything in Inglewood is going up. Same thing with LA Live. Downtown is a shithole, downtown LA. It still is. It's not as bad as it was when I first moved here, but
Uh-huh.
they were able to carve out a niche, go in there and get that land cheap, clean it up. The
Nah.
city made some deals
Yeah.
so that, now yuppies are living around there and drinking their Starbucks and walking their dogs and paying high rents and parking fees.
Well, and that who else is your Clippers are building a new stadium.
Yeah, right next to SoFi. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But they build a whole, like, when you go there, it's a whole event. So you're not just going to the game if you don't want to. You got time to sober up and go see a movie, fall asleep in the theater. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Or you can go
Uh,
to the casino over there and
Correct.
lose all your
Hollywood
damn
Park
money.
Casino.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct. It's a
Yeah.
whole lot to do, bro. And I'm saying the Chicago, I mean, needs to move in that direction.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And you can have like indoor, outdoor type of thing, a lot of it indoor for the Super Bowl, because, yeah. But
Oh,
I feel like I got off topic. Go ahead, bro.
yeah, we got a bunch of one-term mayors coming in here, and they're not going to be able to get that done. They can't negotiate or make things happen to the satisfaction of the people. So, they get their 4 years and then they get voted out, and
Voted out.
somebody else comes in and does some crap, and and they'll vote them out. So, we're in a conundrum as far as our leadership here in the city of Chicago, and so it doesn't lend itself to us getting any deals done. They go talking to the governor, who's
I mean,
who's
you could build the stadium and then use the current shithole stadium you guys got over there and house some of the migrants that are coming through there.
too much liability, and light bill will be too high. They need to put
Which,
some solar panels on top of. Yeah, they can put the damn migrants in
yeah,
there,
put
but
the migrants in there.
yeah. No, we're going to send them back to damn Texas. What the hell they need to do? They keep talking about, yeah, we're going to tell them not to send anymore. They're just making up creative ways to send them here, send them on a plane. They drop them off in suburbs. I mean, package them all up, send them
And the
right back
suburbs are
down to
dropping them
Texas.
in the city.
Yeah, yeah, they give them metro tickets.
They do the, they
From,
do they do the same thing to the homeless or the unhoused people out here. Bus them
yeah.
around different cities. Yeah, we'll give you this. We'll give you a bus pass so you can get the hell out of our city. And it's a hustle. So the homeless pop back up, lay
Hmm.
back down in their areas. Hey, here's shit to get you out of here. You know what I mean? It's
Right,
a little
right.
hustle.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
but yeah, we need to send them back to Texas. I mean, it's too frigidly cold. I don't know what the hell they was doing last week when the temperatures were 20 below. But Chicago's not a place you want to be unhoused,
unhoused.
during these winter months. And
Quarter black of the week. Last week I went with Ray Ray Action Jackson. Ray Ray was standing back there, boy. Hey, Ray, you can see him processing. Let me tell you something about Ray too.
Tell me about Ray Ray.
I don't think he really is too fond of pink people, if you will.
Why? Because his hair?
No, it's not that.
Okay.
He don't give him nothing extra
No,
in interviews and all that. No,
no, no. Well,
no.
well, they did talk about his mama, you know, when he's trying to get his contract done.
Well,
So,
they were talking about his agent. They weren't talking about his mom.
yeah, that's his agent.
His
Mama.
mom was in his business. Your mom is
Yeah.
in her business. You know what I mean? If I'm the GM, go tell your mom to mind her business. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he appreciated that. And it's going to be a while for him to get over that. Maybe in the next contract
That's why
negotiation.
they trying to reward him with this MVP because they, you know what I mean. That's how they
Yeah.
do, bro. They real
Yeah.
slick, man. They so slick. Drag you through the
Yeah.
coals, and then
Oh yeah, yeah. We
uh,
knew we knew he was gonna master
yeah,
this season. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Let's pour that on, throw that under the bridge.
Water under the bridge, and let's
Yeah,
get some
yeah,
marketing done here,
yeah,
fella. Let's
yeah.
get some marketing done.
You're our friend now. Just
Yeah,
cut your hair and put on this suit and this
and
dress, and
get you
then
a
we'll
big contract, a big
yeah.
commercial contract. You want to do some State Farm commercials with
Sideshow
Patty
Bob.
Mahomes? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Action Jackson and
yeah.
Sideshow Mahomes.
Sideshow Bob. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I think they can work that out. That's
So
probably what
who
they're
was your
aiming for.
quarterback of the week? Did you go with Sideshow? I mean,
I
because we
gotta
didn't
go.
have many options last week.
I gotta go with Sideshow. He went on the road and got it done. And
This guy, he's some sort of sideshow. You know what I mean? Apologist out here. This guy
yeah,
picks
well,
sideshow every week like he's a bear. He's not a bear. We didn't
we
draft him.
we should have drafted him. Him or Handy J. We had a chance to draft him or Handy J. We picked the guy that drives the damn Camry.
Well, we also could have picked Hertz on a flyer and started developing him while we had Trubisky at the helm.
Yeah, they wanted your other guy. What's the
Glennon.
tight end? No, the tight end we got now.
Cole
Cole
Komet.
Komet.
Yeah,
They passed on Hurts for Cole Komet.
Cole Komet.
Yeah, yeah. We could have had a quarterback and been building
Yeah,
with some of those picks. But
yeah. Could have reset the clock.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the Halas family or the organization wasn't looking for a melanated quarterback at that time. So
The city, the meatball fans and media, they know. It's like if you was in a clan and you'd be like, wait a minute, no, we can't. You know
we
what I
can't get
mean? Yeah.
it.
Yeah. You
Well, I
might
know what we
have a
need to do,
business why. Yeah, exactly.
we can't do
But right now we can't. Another next generation, we should be able to pull it. Right.
it.
Exactly, bro. And small ups to the clan. I mean, everybody has a purpose.
Yeah, no, they don't.
All right. The NFL's Papa Bear Halas and Lamar Hunt Bowls. That's what we're covering today. We're on topic. All right. So FGB NFL beat. Now, a lot of
Mhm.
Bears news.
All
We'll
right.
start with the OC offensive coordinator. We
Uh-huh.
hired a new offensive coordinator, Mr. Shane Waldron, drop dead
Yeah,
gorgeous, smart.
yeah, yeah,
He's part of the tree, the
yeah.
Shanahan tree.
Shanahan,
Yeah, Shanahan.
not the McVay tree. He's part of the
Not the
Shanahan.
McVay. Well, McVay is part of the Shanahan tree.
Oh, okay, so they all in the same
They're
tree.
on the same tree.
All right.
They all descended from the Papa Bear Hallis tree. If we went to the lineage, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean, and really broke
Uh-huh.
this down, all these guys, I bet you they're tied to Papa Bear Hallis in some way, shape, or fashion. Would you not deny that, Ace?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't deny that.
No.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
mean,
So
yeah,
Shane Waldron enters, and I'm gonna throw it to you now. Just he enters his first season as OC for the Bears after
uh-huh.
joining the Bears staff on January 22nd. He
Hmm.
spent the previous 3 seasons with the Seahawks in the same role, and he's being given credit for turning their Pookie quarterback around.
Boogie
Uh,
Smith.
oh yeah, he's getting all the credit for
Yeah.
would you and you were liking Pookie Smith a long time, but what's your take on the offensive coordinator, fella?
Well, I mean, if he can put an offense together and get the Bears an identity to play, um, similar to the fashion of Seattle with the JF1, then I'm all for him.
Yeah, but they say he gets off the bus passing. Go ahead.
Well, he's in Chicago. You got to run the ball. I don't care. I don't know what the it's Chicago. It's the NFC North division. You got to
They all
run
come
damn.
in, don't they? They all come in with those big flashy pass plays all over the
Yeah.
whiteboard, and boy, they get on that lakefront. None of this
Hey,
shit's gonna work.
the wind's blowing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you son of a mother biscuit eater. Yeah, it's
yeah,
Chicago.
yeah,
It's gonna snow. It's gonna get
yeah.
cold. You
And
know.
because you're right on the lakefront, bro. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Yeah.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. So maybe they're anticipating him being here when the Bears get the dome in a few years. But right now, he's got to understand what he has in a quarterback as far as JF1.
Wait a minute. So you're a Bears domer?
Um,
You're a Bears
no,
domer.
no, but I know they're going to build a dome. They want a Super Bowl, and that's the only way they can get one.
Listen,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna bring a Super Bowl to that shithole city. And I'm explaining to you why. It has
They're
nothing to
gonna
do with the crime and Pookie's in
they're
the
gonna
room.
bring it to Arlington Heights, you son of a
The
biscuit
only
eater.
reason there's nothing to do. Again, unless they build
Hey,
nightclubs, everything right there at the stadium, and it's
listen
all
here.
enclosed, like old Chicago, unless it's
We got
all enclosed.
we got Uber and
I'd
Lyft.
enclose everything but the stadium. You're gonna sit your ass out here and freeze, you son of a bitch. You're gonna watch a game in Chicago. You know what I
No,
mean?
uh,
Everything else will be enclosed around it. So you can
no.
shop and spend your money.
If they took a Super Bowl, can we say Super Bowl?
You can
Uh,
say it, but man, it'll be
bi-
40 below. They ain't doing that. I'm
if
telling you, they
they
ain't doing it.
if they could take the big game to Minnesota, damn it, they can bring one here. And there's absolutely nothing to do in Minnesota. So the Bears and the Halas family and the McCaskies and whatever the
And that
hell
was a
they
disaster. And you know
whatever
how the Hawk is in Chicago.
yeah.
Man, the Hawk is right now smiling wherever he sets up. These motherfuckers are playing on a what? Where? I'm
A
gonna
Super
shit
Bowl.
all. It's gonna be 50 below and 40 inches of snow. And I'm
We
gonna be
gotta close. We gotta close the airports and everything. Nobody's gonna be able to get in or out.
or out, or out. No, but I hear you. I mean, I like a Super Bowl fantasy if that's what you want to do. But don't close
Yeah,
don't close the stadium on a flyer that once every 30 years the league is gonna, you're only gonna get one Super Bowl because by the time the 30 years is up, it's time to build a new shithole stadium.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
all.
it'll be sold. I mean, the team will be sold by then because once they get the new stadium and put the
Mm.
dome on top, if the Bears are going to be worth about $15 billion, they gotta sell. I know they got the
You can't
lineage.
get Pookie and Ray Ray to stop stealing Hyundais and Kias, bro. You know what I mean?
Well,
You ain't having no Super Bowl. I know y'all like your Super Bowl fantasies, but
they did it in Detroit.
yeah.
They're trying to get them to stop stealing Hyundais and Kias in Detroit. So I mean, come on. The Super Bowl is coming to Chicago with the new stadium. It's part of the agreement. So once we get our
See,
new stadium, we
this
get a
guy.
Super Bowl.
He's a domer. But back to Shane Waldron. I would say this. My thoughts, Ace, is I feel like, no offense,
Hmm.
but you would be better than an improvement off Getsy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, trained monkey could have ran a better damn offense
An
than they
untrained monkey could
untrained
have,
monkey.
yeah, sat over there peeling bananas, picking in his bum, and you know what I mean?
Just hitting the button. Screen.
Yeah, yeah,
Screen.
yeah, just holding a little
Screen.
card. Yeah,
Screen.
whispering nonsense
Screen.
in JF1's ear. Yeah.
Run the screen. Yeah, they're rushing the quarterback. We can't block it. Run the screen. You
7-step
son of
drop.
son of a.
We got 3 running backs, no backs. Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
fool them with this.
I want Travis Homer to block the best defensive end in the history of sports.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
one. We're gonna have one back there that can't pass block, and we're
Yeah.
gonna we're gonna run a 7-step drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. On third and in the fourth quarter where we really need this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come out and say, you know what? If that little person, that midget that I literally had trying to block, that guy over there who's on steroids, if he just would have made that block, that would have been an 80-yard pass.
I mean, it would have been a great chunk play. Great play. That's
what I mean?
That's how we drew it up. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, we
Hey,
didn't
that's
execute
that's
it.
like you coming out like, yeah, if that Well, they're kids, but if that pitcher who's eighth in our rotation that I threw in there on a flyer to pitch to the best hitter with the bases loaded just would have struck that kid out,
It is
I mean, we
struck him
wouldn't
out.
be talking about this right now.
Right.
that's right. That's the arrogance that SOB had gets you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
Aaron Rodgers can do it, Justin Fields can. I
yeah,
think he's more talented than Aaron
yeah,
Rodgers.
yeah.
You son of a you. You don't have the offensive line Aaron Rodgers had. You don't have the running backs Aaron Rodgers had. You don't have the blocking. You don't have the coaching that the 12 personnel out there and block that thing up so the guy is running wide open. Or the
Man,
pre-snap movement or
man,
some kind
man,
of thought. Or you don't set this play up in the first
man,
quarter so you
man,
can run it in the damn third quarter. You dumbass.
man. If you get a run up the 3 hole, then at some point within the next few plays, play action off that same look.
The same look.
You
Because,
know what I mean?
yeah, they're spying that look. And your other option is your damn quarterback can run a 4.40. So
Yeah,
you
but
can
but 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 Aaron Rodgers couldn't run that fast, so that's not. Those
we're
aren't the
not
packages we're going
we're
to
not
put in for
we're not going to put
Mookie.
those packages
No, no,
in.
he's got to prove to all the meatheads that he could stand back there like those who run a 7.40 and
Oh
process
my
and get rid of the ball
God.
quick.
Put the damn three tight ends out there and run the tight end plays. Prac- Put the
Well, they
damn
did say that your boy Shane Waldron. I
uh,
mean, so let's talk about Seattle's offense. I remember watching their offense and I was like, oh, I wish we had these packages. I remember watching that last year. Like, I wish
yeah.
the Bears had some of these packages for JF1.
Yeah. Yeah.
He used that 12 personnel, that 13. Like, he'll have three tight ends on the field quite frequently, bro. He has your fullback. You'll appreciate this guy.
I think I will. I mean, you had the number one running team in the NFL the year before, and I think they were top five this year.
Yeah, they were.
And the fact that you didn't want to create an identity with your team as using the run game and the play because they got to respect the run if you're top five in the NFL running the damn ball. So next that comes after that is the damn play action. So
Play action. So you can
uh,
get those linebackers to come up,
yeah,
and it makes the defensive line pinch a different type of way,
yeah,
and now you can run those slants to DJ
you
Moore
run
all
slants.
game off the play
Oh,
action.
game. What I mean, what are they gonna do? They're gonna back up and try and double team DJ. Then you got some other. You got to put the other receivers out there, or you're slipping the tight end right out there in the flat because there's nobody guarding them because you're running the play. I mean, come on, man. It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. If
Yeah,
we were running those jet sweeps, once I found out Mooney is running under a 4.42, I'm like, bro, they could have been running those jet sweeps to Mooney this whole damn time. At least he's
yeah.
on the field and people aren't sitting on it, right? Like
Sitting there.
damn near every play, Mooney would have been coming in that fast motion. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And
yeah.
yeah.
Instead of taking them out of the game, putting Valus in there, and
Valus is the backup. If
who
Mooney
the
goes
hell
down, then we'll put Valus in here. You know what I'm saying? To run these plays. But until then,
who the hell doesn't know what's coming when Valus comes in the damn
who
game?
the hell doesn't know?
It's absolutely unbelievable. But hey, and the head coach has got to be part of that shit too. I
He
mean,
is. He sat there and watched it and allowed it and sat in those meetings and signed
yeah,
off on it.
yeah,
He
yeah.
did.
You're supposed to be the manager of the game between the offense, the defense, and special teams. And you got this guy out here running his crap every week. You see him running 3 damn screen passes, and I would have fired him during the damn game. You come out with a game plan where you run 15 damn screen passes. Damn it, my offensive coordinator couldn't come out after halftime.
And has the play where that's an option and then sits there and throws JF1 under the bus.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Those are the reads he made every time.
Yeah. We gave him different options in that particular setup, but he just decided
if that was the best option every time, then that's you calling the play for this screen as an option.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not setting anything else up. You haven't figured out that your offensive line can't block against certain people.
Certain things, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
And you don't have hot reads set up or with either running back that can't block anybody, or your wide receiver that's breaking off the line, 3 yard turn up or a slant play, to get those 4 or 5 yards that you're losing because your quarterback's getting sacked.
Well,
So
I was a Greg Roman guy. Who did you want as offensive coordinator if you were in charge?
I would have waited. Well, they didn't have to wait on him. Why didn't they hire the enemy? Oh, they were saying he was looking for head coaching.
He is, and I think we would have had to give up a compensatory draft or something for him. You know what I mean? You need to
Why?
get
His staff, he got fired.
the enemy got fired.
I mean, the head coach got fired, so that means everybody's gone, right?
Did he get fired? They made that
Oh,
official.
well, no, he was the assistant head coach. He probably had, yeah, he just came in, so he probably had different contract time as
And they probably looking
Ron
to
Rivera.
hire him
Um,
as head coach.
yeah, what's taking so long?
I mean, you got Magic Johnson in there. Eric
Yeah,
Bieniemy's talking about himself in the third person, so they got to give
yeah,
time for that smug to
yeah.
clear the fucking room
If
before they
Magic
offer
wants
him
to
a
hire,
contract. He's
if
still
Ma-
sitting there. Eric Bieniemy called plays, and Eric Bieniemy's been
yeah,
calling plays for 15 years. And Eric Bieniemy,
yeah.
you
If
know what I
Eric,
mean?
if Magic wants
Eric
to hire
Bieniemy
Eric
holds him accountable, and
Bieniemy, he's got to come with a proper
Eric
package to
Bieniemy doesn't
hire.
listen to anybody. Eric Bieniemy doesn't listen to Magic Johnson. Eric Bieniemy. That's how he talks
Magic,
about himself.
no, Magic's the owner of the team.
Yeah,
Part owner.
he's a compensatory owner. All right, now your namesake, E.
Washington.
Washington,
Yeah,
Eric
yeah,
Washington, as
yeah,
their new Bears' new defensive coordinator. Washington 54 out there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. My
He
cousin.
boasts of 15 years. Pookie had to do it the hard way of
Yeah,
NFL coaching experience, beginning with the
we
Bears as
we
a
had no choice.
defensive assistant in '08 and '09,
Hmm.
and he was a defensive line coach in 2010. E-Dub, Eric Washington. Is he some sort of color?
Yeah, he's a Washington. All of us came from the plantation.
Well, I mean, there's a descendant of George Washington, King George
Yeah,
Washington, and of course, they're colored. I mean, they're not colored. There's some sort of
they are.
difference.
They are colored. I mean, George had.
Uh,
See, the slaves took the slave master's name and they handed it
Here they
down
go
to
with this revisionist the Tea
generation
Party
upon
history.
generation,
The
and
Tea Party history. Go
even though
go ahead with
even
your
though
Tea Party history. I'll be quiet.
even though he was the first president of the United States and he chopped down the cherry tree and he never told a lie, he was a
Cherry tree.
slave owner, and
They
through our
made this
history.
motherfucker famous for chopping down a cherry tree. Like, bro, the tree is producing cherries. Like, why are
Why
you
why are
chopping
you
it
chopping
down?
it down? We happen to have passed the name down to different descendants of the Washington plantation.
And
So, but Eric is my cousin somewhere in the
wouldn't be
Washington street.
surprised. You might want to reach out to him because there's a bunch of people who are reaching out to him. You might be able to get you some tickets. What up, cuz?
What's up, cousin?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it done. And he's a former
Former
Bear
Bear.
assistant. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's bring him in and let's get this thing going.
So they say he knows the system. They say they don't expect him to be the game day play caller, but I think I wouldn't have a problem with it personally.
They don't expect what the hell you bringing him in for?
Well, it's like when you have
They tutoring him. He's on the spectrum. He's slow. He can't run a
no,
defense.
no, but it's like Asia, when you have a offensive minded head coach, they usually have an offensive coordinator, but they're a lot of times they're not the game day play caller. So they're the guys who organize and make sure, and they're basically an assistant offensive coordinator is basically what they are.
Our head coach needs to concentrate on being a head coach and let the damn defensive coordinator concentrate on the damn defense.
Well, I agree. I mean, I personally, I want the melanated guy to be making game day decisions as much as possible,
Yeah,
and we should be grooming these guys, Shane
yeah,
Waldron and Eric Washington, to be the replacement for
yeah.
Eberflus if for some reason,
He gets fired in week 4 again if you start out 0-4.
well,
Yeah,
the Bears aren't going to fire anyone mid-season. So you can rest your mind that he
yeah.
is
We're
got
changing
them all
history.
season.
You're
No.
changing history. You start out 0-4 next year, which I don't think
I
they
mean, that's a good
can.
point. You talking about with this coaching staff behind you?
Yeah,
Yeah, they got somebody who could replace you with the quickness.
yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So
Last year
yeah,
we didn't have nobody
no,
because the brother had some sort of improprieties with
yeah,
HR allegedly,
yeah,
and
allegedly.
and then gets
The and the running backs coach. I mean, it was just it was mayhem over there.
remember everybody
Solomon,
was talking about the defense, the special
Solomon
teams coach.
Gomorrah.
There's some
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. He'd have been
yeah,
great to be the interim. They would have played for him.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
they'd
definitely
have played
played
for him.
for him.
He
Yeah,
likes to talk, don't he? I
yeah.
mean, the guys came out seeing football. That's a good question. Y'all might not understand, but that's a very good question. As you see, when the wind is blowing towards you, the
Yeah.
ball is not going to go as far. So I tell the guys, come up extra yards when the wind is blowing in and you returning
Oh,
that
I
punt.
did something.
So I told Bayless,
Yeah, we got hold on.
we have some trouble here, Jim. We'll stop this video. So I told Bayless to move up some, but
Can't
enough of
hear
that. Yeah, you can't hear nothing. I hear you there, fella. I
you.
can hear you. Let's see here. Let me send him a thing. Show chat. Where's the chat? Huh, this is crazy. All right, let's get it going. Yeah, Ace, you might want to leave and come back, but you can't hear me. All right, let's have him leave and come back. Mike, check. I can't hear you. All right, we're going to remove him because we can't hear him. He'll figure it out and he'll get back in. All right. All right. So we were talking about the defensive coordinator, Eric Washington. So I don't know. We got our staff together. We're moving into next season, and hopefully we're putting together a program where we have these assistant coaches, assistant head coaches in a feeder type of system, to be at the helm. That way we can have some continuity in our program and stop starting everything over from scratch as soon as we decide to move on from a head coach. Um, so I want to get into Aces and myself, our playoff predictions. So we had to make predictions in each round. The wild card round was worth 3 points each. Ace, he got 6 points in the wild card round. Corch, he got 15 points in the wild card round. I got 9 points in the wild card round. In the divisional round, Corch forfeited, didn't get his picks in. Ace picked up 20 points in the divisional round, giving him a total of 26 points as it stands. And I picked up 15 points in the divisional round, which gives me a total of 23 points. A total of 23 points. So the championship round, the Papa Bear Halas rounds, Lamar Hunt round is going to be worth 7 points. In the Super Bowl, it's going to be worth 11 points. We'll let you guys know what our championship round predictions are here shortly. I did want to get to Booger of the Week. I did want to get to Booger of the Week. I don't know what's going on with the co-host. We may be having some issues here. You guys like, share, subscribe, pull up. The link is pinned in the chat. Let's see. I'll start it up. All right, you guys, this is one of our more fun segments. I haven't, uh, it's been plenty of boogers to pick. Just hasn't been any time, but really didn't have time this week to pick a booger. But I tell you what, this one had to be picked. Just couldn't breathe. You know, I can't breathe, allowing this booger to be rolling around in the world. All right, so Fox. Of course, it's Fox, you guys. Fox Sports radio host. Her name is Monse Bolaños. You know, people of color, people who look like me and sound like me. She looks nothing like me and sounds zero like me. But that being said, Fox Sports radio host Monse Bolaños is continuing to perpetuate the same stereotypes that have held quarterbacks back for decades with a recent take on Lamar Ray Action Jackson. Um,
Yeah,
in her
man.
opinion, Lamar Jackson is not the NFL MVP because, and I quote, I want my quarterbacks to be quarterbacky. He's athletic. He's not quarterbacky enough. Now, X, formerly known as Twitter, they went
Yeah.
ham, you know, they're calling her quarterbacky. A lot of dog whistling going on, Ace.
Yeah.
Did you hear her take? And what's your take on this? We talk about this all. I mean, you know, this show, we got a segment called Quarter Black of the Week, for God's sakes.
Right.
You know what I mean? We talk about how they, hold Pookie and Ray to a different standard. Like we live on New Jack City and it's all your fault just because you had trauma in your life and you decided to smoke some crack to self-medicate and you didn't get the help you needed. But everything in the city was your fucking fault and not the CIA and the people that was dropping the poison off in your league and the private prisons that was just trying to make money off of your incarceration. But
Yeah.
your take on Monse Bolaños, she looks like you. She sounds like
She doesn't look like me and she doesn't sound like me. Uh I mean I don't know if it's just every month or every quarter or every they just got to put these narratives out and down whatever Pookie is hot at the time or whatever Pookie is ruling the league at the time and find a way to, elevate the pink quarterbacks that are out there. And and I don't know the Players Association or the NFL. Well, I know the NFL is in on it, but the Players Association got to make a stand. They got to say, hey, how long is this going to go on? The black quarterbacks are here to stay. Um, the starting quarterbacks in the NFL by next year, half of them, or probably more than half, are going to be melanated. So
melanated.
so there's no way for you can deny their ability, their talent, and the direction that the quarterback position is going in the NFL.
Quarter
So
quarter black lives matter.
yeah, so even the ones that you're trying to put out of the league, such as a Russell Wilson or he's got more. He's forgot more football than some of these guys you got starting on these NFL teams. Where you're running in one, two, three, four quarterbacks in a season because of injuries or just ineffective play. So come on NFL, let's get to a point where a quarterback and quarter black is the position.
Well,
And
well, here's something I pointed out
yeah,
maybe like 2 years ago on this show.
that
You've got the drop dead gorgeous running back. Remember, we did a whole thing on it. They
yeah,
devalued the running back position when all the colors had the big thighs.
yeah, and it was
And,
their time for that payday. Yeah,
yeah, and they had to remember that, and you had to run
yeah,
the ball and play defense to win chips.
yeah,
And they were starting to catch for 1,000 yards and run for 1,000 yards. They
yeah,
devalued it because the colors.
yeah,
So now your boy McCaffrey, who's a beast. Let me tell you something.
yeah. The
I
damn right.
I I I I trade everybody on our team outside of Maybe 5. Outside of maybe 3 to get my hands on him. That being said, that being said, something I said, Ace, was this white boy, now that he's good, he's going to be in the MVP conversation. And now that all these Pookie and Ray Rays and these quarterbacks are in the league, they're going to start devaluing, what they're doing and taking away, from what they're doing. And I'm finally starting to hear the national media pundits. I heard Keyshawn Johnson, say it on his podcast, the things we've been saying here on, Mouthpiece included and TATN, forever.
Yeah, I mean, and we had an opportunity to get that Christian McCaffrey out there when Carolina was dumping talent and dumping salary and I guess no interest.
I think he had a clause in his contract that he didn't have to go to a shithole team. I'm pretty sure that was it. We couldn't get him.
Yeah, we couldn't get him.
Yeah, he had a shithole clause.
Yeah, the shithole clause. Yeah. Well, I mean, we could have wined him and dined him like Zach LaVine.
Well, that's it. Yeah, you courted him.
Yeah. Yeah, we could have put something together. We could have
took him to Wrigleyville and Boys Town. Look at it. I don't know if you're into Boys Town, but look, here's some alcohol and some dope. Go run free, and we'll talk to you in the morning.
You can do. No, I don't think he's in the Boys Town, but we could have found something for him. I don't think.
Yeah, but and he had pedigree. Remember, and the Bears were never interested in pedigree.
Never interested.
No, we're never interested in that.
They just want to. We just want to be smarter than the other damn team.
Smart, man. We were supposed to took a flyer on Walter Payton's son, Kevin Payton, Pookie Payton, whatever his name was. Jared. Yeah.
Jared.
Yeah, Jared.
Yeah. I mean, I would have had him out there. Shit.
Yeah. Why not?
Right.
Running backs coach. He's supposed to been doing something in the system. Come on, man.
Yeah. Now he's on. He's on the local
Spectrum.
WGN.
Sports beat. Yeah, but he ain't even in Halas Hall. He should be in Halas Hall asking the running backs questions.
Yeah. Like you ever ran a hill?
Right. Did you run the hill? Right. Exactly. Are you lazy and stupid?
Are you well, you're poor, but are you dumb and stupid enough to get this money?
Hey, your boy was talking that shit. I forgot his name. He's on the Bears channel. Lineman that be on there all the time, offensive lineman. He was talking about how the players coming in. Not Cruz, it's another one, but he was older than him, played with the 85 Bears, but he was talking about how
Tom Thayer.
Yeah, Thayer. He was talking about how these players, specifically one paints his nails, USC. Caleb. He was talking about how these guys are coming in so rich. He said it, bro. He's like, they're not coming in poor and stupid no more. I don't think he said the stupid part, but he said poor and hungry. He definitely said pour and hungry, bro.
Yeah. I mean, when you're showing up to camp with your Lamborghini Urus, and the team's offering you what, 3,
maybe 7 million. If he's drafted that high, he'd probably be about 9 million a year. If he's number 1 overall, it might 9-10 million. But I hear you. Yeah. They ask you to run through a wall for it.
Yeah.
You already got that coming in.
Yeah, I mean, or even the endorsement money, increases, I guess, when you hit the NFL. So why are you going to run through a damn wall? Why are you going to run the hills? Why are you going to stop painting your nails? But I just feel that they're gonna. I know all of you meatballs want another quarterback in here and to supplant JF1, but JF1 is 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, 6'3 and a half, 6'4".
215 running a 4.40, and you want to bring in a 5'10" quarterback just because the pundits say
because he paints his nails.
Come on, man.
I mean, listen. When I compared his college numbers, and we'll table this for another show, to JF1's college numbers, I'm like, and when I see them both play, I'm like, well, if you're talking about, and I love Caleb's game, so if you're talking about, Justin's holding the ball too long, not getting rid of it quick, I don't think they've watched Caleb play. If it's there, Caleb will get rid of it quick. So will Justin. But if it's not there, he's off script.
Yeah.
He's off script.
Yeah. And I sent you the video where Keyshawn was like, I'm USC. I've seen the kid play. I talked to the kid. I'm a USC All American. I know what's going on. And if they move on from Justin for this guy, he sees it as a big mistake, and so do I.
Well, Wordsmith said he wouldn't be a Bear fan no more. And I can't go that far. Only because
Yeah, it's gonna hurt me.
it's gonna hurt. It's gonna smart. But I mean, we gotta say it. At the end of the day, Caleb is a Pookie and he's a quarterback. But now if they mess around and then drafted, what's his name? The smart one. Process is quick. The one that they say, all of a sudden, Drake May.
May. Yeah.
Now, if they draft Drake May, I may become a Ram fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you got rid of JF1 for Drake to go with Drake May and Tyson Bagent,
yeah,
I don't think I could.
Oh
You know
man.
what I mean?
Well, my other team back in the day, of course, was the Giants with LT running around on the crack bench as they put him out there on the field, and Mark Bavaro.
You're talking about the preliminary steroid crack mix? Give them a mix, boy. They had that shit all mixed up.
Yeah, I just saw a story. The Belichick was telling, like he was saying that he told Parcells that we were having our defensive meeting, and LT showed up late, and he's tell him, hey, we started the meeting already, and blah blah blah, and Parcells came back like, well, LT wasn't there. He's like, no. He's like, well, why'd you start the meeting? We all know where the hell he's at and what the hell he's doing, but when he gets out on the field, that's all we're really concerned about. So
LT was like Rodman, and Parcells was like Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Whereas Belichick was more like, what's his name in San Antonio?
Popovich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disciplinarian for the sake of the culture.
Yeah. No, you talking about a generational talent. Damn it. This guy's out.
The Bears wouldn't have drafted LT. They'd have went into his background and found out he had some Pookie. They wouldn't have drafted him if LT.
They didn't.
No, they'd have passed up on his ass. If he came out today, bro, they'd pass up on him talking about something in his background, and we went with the offensive guard.
Yeah. So, hey, we got to trust the process of what's going on at Halas Hall. But yeah, we're going to get some more studs this year once we trade that pick. As we get closer to the draft, I think the love of the number one pick will go up, and they like the kid painting his nails and in the community and doing the Dr. Pepper commercials and all that already in the Heisman house, and it'll make the pick more valuable.
And if I thought these kids was actually going to class, I'd hang around USC's campus, and see if I can, come across. Hey, I mean, what up, bro? You got your nails painted? Well, I just want to catch you in real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's already gone. He probably hasn't been there. He probably hasn't been there since the bowl game when the other guy came out and threw 6.
You remember how Jeff George was? We never saw him till the day before and the day after wins.
Yeah.
Other than that, you didn't see Jeff George on campus.
No. He wasn't going to class.
No.
He didn't want to graduate. He had no reason to. He's going to the NFL.
Yeah, he could throw. You see the way he can throw that ball? He could spin it.
Yeah,
the way he can
spin that ball.
he can spin it.
You see that. What did he have? The
mullet.
The mullet, yeah.
And remember in the cowboy boots. I remember he came to the Kappa house hanging out. You know what I mean? He was looking like he was like 25 years old. I think he lied about his age too.
Of course he
that
did,
motherfucker looked grown, didn't he?
Had a mullet.
He looked like something right out of was it Stir Crazy? Yeah, like he was the prison quarterback on Stir Crazy. Come on, just got to get him back out there. He was DUI and killed 40 kids. You know what I mean? And he never do the football sentence.
Yeah, it's just champagne. Yeah. He just drove in the cornfield. Yeah, he killed somebody when he drove in the allegedly.
Oh, speaking of champagne, bro. I was doing a Uber ride,
Damn.
and it was a couple, and the lady was like, she graduated from U of I. So
Uh-huh.
I started telling about the story where somebody I know may or may not have done donuts on the quad for about 7 minutes,
Yeah.
and I was in the whip with him. It
Yeah.
is. She was like, yeah, and somebody drove across the agriculture plots too. I was like, yeah, that would have been him. She said, bro, because she came out she graduated 2012. She said the line I got, she said
Uh,
they've been talking about that story since it's like some jackass. Remember the moral plots? These have been here since slavery. She's like, She's like, if you go over there now, they got fences around it, they got barriers. I'm like, yeah, it should have been like that in the first. Remember, Ace, you could just go walk right through it. You could pass
yeah.
out in it. Remember, it was right there by the library. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
we could have taken it some of that corn, Ace, home and
Yeah.
barbecued it,
Yeah. Yeah.
couldn't we?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were experimenting, so I wasn't touching any
Yeah,
of this
had a
shit.
tailgate with the agriculture corn right
Yeah.
there.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we had steaks and pizza.
All you could grab steaks. No, don't
we
get those. Why are you getting the chuck? Why are you getting the chuck?
we need porterhouse
Yeah.
filet mignon.
Yeah, yeah. If you can get your hands on it,
Yeah.
you right. You mean tell me they got the fillets right there next to the pork chuck? Why are you getting that? Why are you
Uh,
getting chuck?
and shout out to Ponderosa and the days that we had
Oh,
the
and I was in there
uh,
ringing up the 95-cent sodas, and everybody can all you can
you
eat.
can eat.
And they had the good stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Some of the
yeah,
servers wanted to snitch, but thought
yeah.
they thought better of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Why? Why would you want to snitch? I mean, they fired me for not coming back on a Sunday when I
Yeah.
was cooking.
I'm sure the numbers was off when I was in there, but
Yeah,
yeah,
man,
the
they
numbers
didn't
are off. A lot of food's going out, but
know.
a lot of people coming in here buying medium sodas all of a sudden. That's all they came in here for.
Yeah,
Steakhouse. Yeah.
yeah, they were with a friend. You know, the friend bought the salad
Yeah, the
bar.
soda. All right. All right. But what's your thoughts overall on the playoffs so far?
Playoffs. Um,
How the officials been doing? Who's MVP of the playoffs so far?
really, I don't have a dog in this
Yeah, I haven't been
fight.
watching. I'm
So
watching today though.
seriously, I turn the games on and then I watch the fourth quarter or maybe just the highlights of some games because the Bears aren't playing. Um, it's a narrative of who's going to win. As you saw last week, I was with my picks. Uh, you know,
Yeah,
uh,
you got them all last week.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We went over that while you were logging off and logging back on. Right now, I'm 3 points behind you there, fella. You've
Well,
got 26 total points. I've got 23 points. So don't start thinking you're better than me.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Can't smell my own farts.
so which teams are you rooting for? Speaking of, you said you
Well,
don't have a dog in the fight. I mean,
yeah,
are you rooting for anybody here? You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I'm not. I picked Sideshow Bob, so I'm going to ride with him until the wheels fall off.
Hey, did you
Um,
lay down those parlays on underdog, bro? Did you lay down
oh,
those parlays yet? You better get them in before kickoff.
what kick out 3 o'clock today?
Yeah, 12, yeah, your time, 3:30. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
get them
get.
in. You mess around, come up, bro.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
mess around, come up.
yeah. I'm riding with Sideshow Bob.
So you're riding with Sideshow. Yeah, because you predicted him from the start of the season, I must say. I just once I got wind that Dick Inward had something to do with their offense, I'm like, no. You know,
I,
you can
yeah. Well,
dumb coaching drags down great players. Go ahead.
I got to think that Andy Reid is uh,
Overriding a lot of that.
yeah. This time of the season, he's like, I don't know what the fuck was going on during the season.
I see what you're just saying, but we're not calling that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is the playoffs. We're trying to get to
yeah,
the damn Super Bowl. I'm going to
yeah.
talk to Sideshow Bob directly, and when we
Tell them
need you to chime in or
don't listen to this. Right, right,
get
right,
you some
right,
Gatorade, you can be in charge
right.
of that for the
I think you
playoffs.
might be right. I
Yeah,
think you might be right on that.
yeah.
If that's the case, then yeah, there's a good chance that your prediction of a repeat could come true. But for me, I'm rooting for Pookie. I mean, for Ray Jackson, and I'm gonna tell you why.
But I'm
Ray
rooting
Ray
against
Jackson
too.
has been
Shit.
maligned, and one thing about him, he doesn't, he's not drop dead gorgeous. He's poor and stupid. You know what I mean? And so
Are
he's
you talking
actually
about his mom?
Pookie Ray Ray Jackson is doing it for the black community, bro. The so-called black community. Now, of course, you could say Pat Mahomes is, colored, but
Yeah,
he's some sort of mulatto. I
yeah.
mean, part of probably was adapted
Mixed.
by, the white parents in the suburbs. And I'm not taking nothing away from his
Well,
upcoming
we got to do his Generation 22.
generational,
Yeah,
but his parents are athletes, so
yeah.
I'm not saying
He
that,
was
but
he was bred.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was bred, like the ball boys. He was
Yeah.
bred.
Okay.
So bred to play sports. But I'm saying that to say one thing I've learned: if you want your kid to be a great football player, you should have him in baseball. That's one thing I've learned. Definitely a
Mm.
quarterback. Yeah, definitely. But now, under under pressure. Hmm. Pookie Ray Ray Jackson has been under pressure.
Damn.
They keep saying this style of quarterback can't win, but I guess they don't consider Mahomes that style of quarterback all of a
Mm.
sudden.
I
You
don't
know what
know.
I mean?
Yeah.
Allen's not that, he's not quarterbacky enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm rooting. So therefore I'm rooting for Pookie only because he's like AI was. I'm rooting for him the same reason I rooted for Allen Iverson. What do you say about
No, that was just alcoholic. I mean,
that?
can you say that on it? Oh,
I mean, I think he's probably in recovery. I don't know. But big
no.
ups,
But
big ups
big
to
ups
him.
to AI. He's the answer. But yeah, I'm rooting for both of them. I sincerely hate that they're playing one another um, to go to the Super Bowl.
Flip side, though, at least we'll have, some sort of melanated in the Super Bowl 2 years straight.
Yeah, we have a melanated quarterback and we'll have Usher. And with most of the quarterbacks next year being melanated and probably about 16 out of the 30 or 17 out of the 30 starting quarterbacks are going to be melanated next year.
Colored.
Yeah, melanated. You can't call them colored. 2020.
I mean, come on. Every generation's got a new name, and I'm supposed to stop saying colored.
Yeah,
Everybody should be colored. I'm moving that we stop saying the N word, even these kids, because every other race is using it. It's just in hip hop.
we
If it,
can't
the
call them.
rappers should start saying colored.
We can't
What
say
up? What up, my colored? You know what I
we can't.
mean?
We
Yeah,
can't say Negro. It's on a lot of parents' birth certificates.
correct. Negro.
Yeah,
Colored.
Negro.
Colored is on there too. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. African American. These
yeah,
guys don't even want to go to Africa.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying, man. You got to, just think about it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
who's under the most pressure? Which QB in your mind is under the most pressure? Pookie Mahomes, Ray Ray Jackson. Now you got the guy who was drafted #1 overall, drop dead gorgeous, smart, stands back there and processes, throws for over 300 yards, prototypical golf. And then you've got Mr. Irrelevant out there, who people are saying, some say he's an MVP, and some say he's just a
No,
game manager.
Ray is the MVP. Um, Pookie Pookie is under the most pressure. Um,
Which
because
Pookie? There's a couple Pookies playing.
Pookie Action Jackson.
Yeah, Pookie Jackson.
Yeah, because now they're throwing the narrative out there that he's the only active MVP that hasn't been to a Super Bowl. Like, where do y'all come up with this?
With these narratives.
Yeah, yeah. And Mr. Irrelevant should have lost last week to the melanated quarterback from FGB. But it didn't work out. But they're getting Debo back. So Debo makes Mr. Irrelevant a damn good quarterback.
Makes him relevant.
Oh man, he makes him a superstar because there's Debo's always open. So no matter who's out there, you got Kittle and you got McCaffrey running the ball, but when Debo's out there, he's always open. So
Man, can you
if you got
imagine
it,
if we had Debo out there with JF1
oh
and
my god, and
oh,
DJ,
oh.
man, but I don't understand. I don't know if it's the
They wouldn't
play.
use him right. I mean, well, Getsy wouldn't have. But go ahead,
Yes,
bro.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
we'd have
yeah,
ruined that. We'd have never
yeah.
seen him.
We
Yeah.
would have had him running the jet
He,
sweep all damn day.
yeah, and he never would have just lined up in the backfield. None of that stuff you're seeing, you wouldn't have seen it with Getsy. No.
Yeah. So I mean, we're definitely looking forward to the innovation of new play calling and somebody that can run an offense. Um, he should have been fired middle of the season,
I think the only reason Getsy was getting interviewed for OC jobs, I know the Raiders interviewed him, was people wanted to ask about JF1. But go
yeah,
ahead. Yeah.
absolutely. I
Teams who are
mean,
interested in JF1. Yeah.
he's probably going to get an interview in Atlanta as well.
Yeah.
But because yeah, you got to pick his brain about
Yeah.
he doesn't have a brain, but you got to pick his mind about JF1 and his
Yeah.
abilities
Yeah.
and
Washington, he's going to sit down with Washington and he'll end up in Green Bay. He'll end up back in Green Bay.
yeah, yeah,
Hugging
absolutely.
Jordan Love in the locker room after the
Yeah.
show.
I'm gonna be your I was Aaron Rodgers quarterbacks coach, so
I
I'm
used to hug Aaron Rodgers in the shower too. This is how he got good. You're poor and stupid and you want to be rich, right?
yeah, you want to win a Super Bowl? Yeah, I didn't help him win the Super Bowl. Well, I made him good though.
I'm from the Sandusky tree. We ain't talking about his tree, are they?
No, saying no, not at all, not at all. They're not, and they're not getting off topic. They're not even putting Joe Pa in that
Man, you don't
situation.
even hear his name anymore,
No,
bro.
no, no.
Boy, remember he was the greatest coach since sliced bread. Like
Yeah,
he was Newt Rodney out there.
yeah, yeah. While he's letting the butt rate going on at his in his football program.
Allegedly. He didn't know what was going on.
The
And the
kids,
kids were poor and stupid, and their
the
parents were
kid, the
poor and
kid,
stupid.
the kids were telling him not to.
Yeah, but they were getting generational income. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
they were telling him send us
Yeah, but they were trying to get their families out of the ghetto.
fingering him with the feather. I don't know what the black players were.
And so you're not rooting for, well, I'm rooting for Ravens. All right, and you're rooting for Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm rooting for
Championship
Chiefs.
rounds worth 7 points. Go ahead. You were about to say something? We're about to give the predictions, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going with Chiefs, Niners. Debo's back.
Well,
There's no
you got Chiefs 34-31. Go
yeah,
ahead.
and I got the Niners
30-27.
over the Lions.
Mhm.
Debo's back, so I don't. Nobody can stop Debo. Sorry, but it is what it is,
If
and
anybody's listening out there, he picked them all last week.
nobody can stop Debo. Debo had a week off, also, so whatever he needs to fix or you know get go in the ice tub or whatever the hell he needs to do, he's back for the
What about Montgomery, though?
George Halas. Um,
You got golf back there processing. He's the number one overall pick.
you're saying golf can beat the 49ers by himself?
Well, winning's a quarterback stat,
Yeah.
according to the narrative and according to PFF, Pro
The Ni-
Football Focus.
the Niners are going to be concentrating on cutting off the run. If they cut off the run, then it'll be on golf to win the game
Yeah,
himself with
yeah.
Amon Ra.
Amon Ra and that
Yeah,
tight end. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And the tight end's hurt. So yeah,
And it's
that's
and it's Detroit, bro.
yeah.
Listen, man, they got too much pressure. I remember when the Cubs and the Sox was coming through that. It's going to take a lot more playoff runs of consistency to break through
Yeah,
that. Boy, the
yeah,
fans be nervous, don't they,
yeah,
bro? It's Detroit, man. Something's going to go wrong. Your boy going to throw 2 pick sixes. Golf,
yeah,
he likes to throw pick sixes.
yeah. And you're
Yeah.
talking about the NFL won Detroit in the championship game versus San Francisco.
Man, versus Purdy and
Yeah, drop dead gorgeous Kittle and
yeah,
and
Kittle.
McCaffrey.
Man, CMC. Yeah,
Yeah, you know how
yeah.
much marketing they can do for those guys.
Come
Come
on, bro.
on, yeah.
Come on. And if they're gonna have Ray Jackson in there,
You
talking
gotta
like
have
a mumbling like a mumble rapper, with his hair, don't even get his braids done, which I don't either. I can show you my shit and you'll be like, this
yeah.
nigga's just like Ray. My point is, with Ray doing that, they're gonna have to have something to soften it up on the other
Yeah,
side. You're
for
right.
sure. Somebody for
Yeah.
America to root for.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got to have that cherry pie out there, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
So you heard Ace's predictions. Now we have a little bit of a disagreement, and
What what's yours?
well, we're in agreement on the Niners. I got the
Hmm.
Niners 24-20. Main reason being it came down to Mr. Irrelevant. I told you at the beginning of the season I don't trust him. You
Hmm.
know, he's Mr. Irrelevant for a reason.
All right.
Okay. He's
All
no
right.
different than Tyson Bagent. All right.
Okay.
At the
Yeah.
end of the day, you can plug Bagent in over there and he'd be able to process and get rid of it quick. I'm telling you, he could do it over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, you do. I mean,
Yeah.
would you got an All American tight end and an All Pro tight end, an All Pro, two All Pro
Man.
receivers, and a damn All
When
Pro
your check down
running
is
back?
when your check down is Kittle and CMC, you're gonna
Yeah.
have a good season.
Oh yeah.
Or Debo. When those are your check downs, you're gonna have a good season. He comes out of
Yeah.
that backfield and you got him as a check down now.
Yeah.
So
Debo's
yeah.
open. Debo's open all the whole game.
Yeah,
So,
Debo. All right, so now, mainly because of Detroit, their history, I just don't believe in them. And you know, you can color it, you know, bias. You can color it what you want to color it. So I got the Niners 24-20. Now the other game is where we have some disagreement.
done.
You don't seem to trust Pookie. I see you like your quarterbacks more high yellow, you know, more, you know, friendly,
No,
eye friendly.
no, I'm just
I'm
thinking.
going with Baltimore. I got them 31 to
All right,
28.
all
Pookie,
right,
Ray Jackson is going to throw for 220 yards. He's going to rush for over 100.
done.
Yeah. He's going to drive them down the field and 31 to 28. And after the game, him and his mom are going to run out to the center of the field and they're going to put a big FU up to the world because these days it's all about winning, you know, championship games and not winning at all.
I'm picking the NFL and the referees and the mulatto quarterback that the Kansas City
It's
Chiefs
mulatto.
has. Yeah, that they have over Pookie Ray Jackson making it to the Super Bowl. That's what I'm picking.
Well, I'll tell you this: if your choices, if I'm right
Yeah.
and you're wrong,
Uh-huh.
it's going to come down to the Super Bowl. It's going to come down to the Super Bowl round. It's going to come
Mm.
down to the Super Bowl round. Who's going to win this between us? You know what I mean? For bragging rights going into next season.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. I'm gonna win. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
Be
you
ready.
know, you don't
I'm
believe
gonna.
in Ray Ray. I guess you think Ray Ray's on the
I believe.
spectrum. You
I
think Ray
believe in
Ray's on
Ray
the
Ray.
spectrum or something. Maybe they
I
said
believe.
you would change his position. Huh?
I believe in Ray Ray. I love Ray Ray, but I understand the NFL and the sham, which is the playoffs and their referee system, and I know that they're going to give the
Camera
mulatto.
friendly. You're talking about it's like Steph Curry, where LeBron used to intimate. Remember the old Cavs? What
Yeah,
you know, LeBron and the dude from Shy. I can't think of his name. He's a defensive guy. He used to hit the three. But yeah,
Shumpert.
yeah, Shump. Yeah, they used
Yeah,
to intimate. It was because the league liked Curry because he was high yellow.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It
he
was
was high
true.
yellow.
Yeah, it
So
was true.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was true.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think white society can't stomach Pat Mahomes and you know, with Kelsey and you know, and what's her name?
Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor
Oh,
Swift.
I forgot about the Taylor Swift angle. I
That's huge
mean,
for the Super Bowl. They should have her performing at halftime if they make it.
they can't afford her.
She's gonna do it for free.
No,
You know what I mean? She wants to be a part of the whole thing now, and
she,
she's
she
coming up behind it
she's NFL friendly, but she's not going to do anything for free.
for the free. Her people won't.
No,
Yeah,
they won't.
her accounting staff and her agent of Lavenstein and we
Even
want our quarterback. They're not.
Rabinowitz, no, no. I mean, and plus you just want to watch the damn game. So,
She's
it,
right
it,
there.
yeah, I mean, she's in a suite, with
Yeah,
a dancers
yeah,
and Kelsey's brother, with no
yeah,
shirt on,
yeah.
drinking beer and loving himself. So I don't think she wants to do the game.
Well,
But
I
hey,
don't know why. You know, I always tell people nowadays
yeah,
when they try to trample on my beloved Chicago Bears,
uh,
I look them straight in their face, especially these smug SOBs in LA
yeah,
who didn't even have football teams.
yeah.
We created the NFL. Yeah, you
Hmm.
shut your mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
you stole all this.
We were winning championships before your grandfather was even a thought.
You
You
stole
know
all
what I
the
mean?
football teams you got. You
Yeah,
son of a
yeah.
bitch.
We
Yeah,
invented this.
yeah.
You know, between us and West Point, our guys came right out of West. You shut your mouth. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? We're charter members.
you should have slapped him.
Yeah. Yeah, they got cameras everywhere these
Yeah,
days.
yeah. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
I was just
prosecutor.
talking. I was just talking about that. I
Yeah,
don't know
you
something about
can't
that either.
just, you know, and the
Yeah,
prosecutor. And you remember back in the 90s, even if they had you on camera slapping somebody, it was just
it
tell
was
them you're
grainy.
sorry and,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Buy them a cup of coffee. It was, you know,
it was grainy anyway. It couldn't really make it out and make sure it was.
they didn't consider that assault. I remember I got into a big argument with Diesel about that when the actor slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. He's like, that's
Yeah,
assault. I'm like, man, he just slapped him. You
yeah.
know,
I mean, come on.
yeah, it's too
And
long.
it's if it's solid, if we would have slapped them back and they would have got
Come
into
on.
fisticuffs or something.
Yeah,
But
it's only
they just
assault if a grown man is willing to show up to court and say, yeah, he slapped me right there. Yeah, I felt a certain way.
yeah,
Yeah, that's when it's assault. You
yeah.
know, you know what I mean?
But if he's going to come back a year later and talk about it in the comedy special,
Yeah,
it's not assault.
yeah.
It's
And then go in on your family again and like he
yeah,
was doing in the first place and then
yeah,
pile on more. Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You probably had it coming, right?
Yeah, it was just a sketch.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what Tori's been saying. Of course, he's on the TikTok
Yeah,
Tea Party feed. You know, Africa is not real. There isn't any continent called Africa. It's all made
yeah,
up. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not on the.
Africa's not there. You know what I mean? No, I mean literally, it doesn't
Uh,
exist. It's all made up.
yeah, I don't have that app.
Yeah, yeah. All right. But go ahead and give me your final words as we close out here, there, fella.
All right. Well, my final words are what were we talking about today? We're talking about the NFL playoffs. Sideshow Bob, aka Patty Mahomes, aka
The Papa Bear Halas and the Lamar
Mah-
Hunt Bowls. This is what they should
Mahomes.
name it.
Oh yeah, well, that means you'd have to pay the family to name. The NFL is you got to follow the dollars when it comes
Yeah,
to
it's a
NFL.
corporation,
Yeah,
for
so
profit corporation.
non-profit. It's
Yeah, it's for
non-profit
profit.
corporate.
No. They're profit, for profit.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
Well, how do they receive the tax exempt status or whatever they're doing?
Yeah, they're not tax exempt.
They're not. They don't pay
No.
They pay taxes.
Well, like any big corporation, they got Lavenstein and Horowitz. Yeah.
Rabinowitz, and they don't.
Yeah,
They,
and Warburg, you know what I mean, and
okay.
Murderstein, doing the numbers. I'd be like, "What's your fucking name?" Them motherfuckers be like, Bloodberg. Oh shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
we know what's going on. We've already investigated that. You investigated. He just slapped her yesterday. Yeah, we
Them
already.
motherfuckers be Josh Cannibalstein. Like, damn, your family is okay with that?
Yeah, yeah. We're generationally wealthy because of our affiliation with the NFL, and God bless America.
Yeah, but they're for profit. But I'll double check that. But go ahead with your final.
Okay. Well, my take on it is that the quarterback from the Kansas City Chiefs will guide them even in the arena of the Baltimore Ravens with Pookie and Ray and they got their tight end coming back, Andrews, to play in this Lamar Hunt Bowl. But I believe that there's too much for the Ravens to overcome to win the championship. So I'm going with Pookie Mahomes and I definitely don't believe that they want a damn Super Bowl representative coming from the city of Detroit. So
Ace, it was a sham. Papa Bear Handlers. Look at this motherfucker. Yeah, the league was a nonprofit, but I think around 15, it became a big thing. And wow, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
These son of bitches was
They weren't paying taxes. The $1 billion industry. No wonder.
yeah, they were making all kind of money, man, and they still are.
All right, and I bet you if
Yeah,
Jackie Robinson West started building beautiful stadiums all over the city, there's going to be
yeah,
a full-fledged investigation. They're going to be following you from the bank.
yeah. Like how the hell? Well, we're finally getting a new field house on the park. They're not doing much for the league, but they're building a new field house for Jackie Robinson Park, and they're giving us the old field. Can I
That's
say
what's
this
up.
on air? We're going to work out of the old field house once the new one is built.
Yeah.
So it's now we'll have bathrooms for the for the families to use during games, and hopefully we can get, like
Whoa,
I
whoa,
said,
whoa, whoa. So you guys' stadium didn't have bathroom facilities?
we were subjected to porta potties because the park district didn't feel they needed to staff the field house during the Saturday and Sunday games that we had out there
Wow.
for the community. Absolutely, yeah. And our older person had absolutely no interest in helping. Um, um,
Did
the
anybody go stand on her car and urinate on it?
Yeah, she didn't care.
She don't
You know,
care.
she didn't care. The kids were subject to this for many of years while she was the alderman. Her husband was the alderman, and then he passed on, and they gave her the alderman position. So unfortunately, it went on for years and years that she had no interest in helping Jackie Robinson. That's why we lost the parade, because I don't know if I should be saying all this, but I'm going to say it. She had no interest in helping the league to sustain the parade when the city's fees went up for security and to do this. It was basically the only positive thing going on in the area, and the fact
Right.
that,
It's the only thing in your ward that
yeah,
is going international buzz and you're putting the
but
kibosh on it.
yeah, but that's unfortunately that's the political situation that we have here in Chicago. We elect all of these people to represent us in our wards, and
And because we're trying to steer them to prison as opposed to, college
and
and stuff.
and they don't they don't take the power that they have to make our communities better. That's that's what I'm going to say. So, but now we have a new alderman. That particular alderman is under indictment for whatever her reasons are, and hopefully she gets to work her way out of going to prison. But yeah, we got a new alderman. We are the money that was set aside years ago to build us a new field house has finally been
Greenlit.
appropriated.
Yeah.
Yeah, for us to get our field house, and it's just a situation to help the kids of the community. Either have some place to play, have some place to work out. Our kids are going to work out there, and I'm just happy to see it coming in I think it's supposed to be done by the spring of 2025. So shout out to Chicago Park District, Alderman Mosley, and everybody doing what it takes to get a new field house for the kids at Jackie Robinson Park, formerly Mount Vernon Park. And that's my final words. Let's go, Sideshow Bob, and we'll see what happens for the George Halas Trophy. But I'm counting on Debo and Mr. Irrelevant to get it done.
Well
Peace.
said. Big ups, JR Dub. I
Thank
find it real funny that the first game should be the last game, man. They got the
you. Yeah,
best game coming on first.
yeah. Well, it is what it is. It's TV contracts. It's
Yeah,
TV.
I
It's TV
suppose.
contracts.
I suppose. All right. Well, my final words, bro, is simply that's all for today's episode of Mouthpiece Included, the podcast where we talk about sports, politics, and everything in between, as you clearly see. We hope you enjoyed our discussion on the NFL's Papa Bear Halas and Lamar Hunt Bowls, the conference championship games that will decide who goes to the Super Bowl. We want to thank you for listening and supporting this show. And don't forget to tell your friends and family about us because word of mouth is the best way to spread the self-love. We'll be back next week with another episode of Mouthpiece Included, where
Yeah.
we'll discuss the Super Bowl and much more. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, or concerns, feel free to drop a comment below. Until next time, stay safe, healthy, and loyal to the Navy and the Orange by rule FGB.
FGB.
Bear down.
Bear down.
And don't forget to bring your mouthpiece.
For sure.
All right, bro. So yeah, we got our topic next week. Self-love show will be Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll let you know if we have a guest or a topic.
The
Uh,
self-love
the
show.
self-love show. So do tune in.
Enjoy these games. I mean, we down to what? This week in football. I'll see how much footage I can get from my time down in Vegas for the Super Bowl. But enjoy these games. The season's almost over, and then next will be, we'll be watching the Bulls and what they're. Speaking of the Bulls, man, how the hell you give up? Well, I mean, they scored 140 points last night, but how the hell you giving up 140 damn points to a team in LA with no interest?
But I've been watching the Lakers, man. They don't want to be what they are. They suck at D, and then as man, they scored 140 like last week too. Like, bro, that's what they be doing, man. They just run up and down, throwing up just crap shots, and they don't play D. So I know I'm not making excuses for the Bulls. It's crap, but I'm saying that's the Lakers. They running up and down like uh Denver, Mata, like yeah,
Alex English. They,
yeah.
they they scored 145 last night against Golden
Against
State
Golden State.
in
And
overtime.
it was the same thing. They lost the game against, I want to say it was not Memphis. You remember the game I told you about?
Yeah,
Cam, what's his name play on there?
Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
Yeah, they they
Yeah.
they scored like 140 that night, but in a loss. They gave up 140, scored like
Yeah.
130. I'm like,
What
you
is
know,
this? What is this? Remember
that's
you?
the new NBA.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and you remember those 100-point games, 89, 87 games back in the 80s?
Bro, you remember if a team busted a bill, you got a free taco or something. You know, like
It was a blowout. I mean, it was a high scoring game. Now these guys out there just not playing any defense at all.
did you see shithole Doncic put up
I,
73?
I would have bust his ass in the motherfucking chops before he got 73 points on me. I mean, hit him in his nuts, do something. I mean, how the hell you gonna let Doncic come out there and score 73 damn points on you? Come on, man. This is
Hey, it's
yeah.
it's the modern day NBA, man.
That's probably why I don't watch much of it.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on. I tell you what is going on. It's mainly basic advance, the computer audio, the production. None of it's gonna work. That's what's
Okay.
going on.
Okay. Well, shout out to production. We'll see you next week, and hopefully production will be back on task. It's it's
Hopefully.
it's a rough job.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? And then,
Yeah.
what are you gonna
Like,
do there, fella?
share, subscribe, so we can up to pay for the production, and we can get music and audio and video feeds back in
Yeah,
next week.
yeah. All right. So what they said. So you find yourself sliding through the south side of Chicago.
Inglewood.
You might be on the West Coast, Compton, Long Beach, Incl. Better keep that head on a swivel. Better watch your back. Better check your six. Better double check your blind spot. Don't count on blind spot control.
Mine is out. Since the ice freeze.
Hey, the things in your mirror and camera are closer than they appear.
Absolutely.
Guard your grill. Knuckle up.
TATN, Mouthpiece included.
Bear down.
Bear down. FGB.
And
TATN.
don't forget to.
Hey, butterfly. Don't forget it.
And don't forget to.
Don't forget
Till
it.
next week. And don't forget
TATN.
to
Mouthpiece.
bring your mouthpiece. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's out there in West Boogie. He in the West